Eucharist. Bread and the wine, baptism, it doesn't say any more than that, really. Any questions on that one? Right, let's have a look at our problems with Luther's teaching. We've mentioned most of these already, to be honest. Number one, predestination. We've got no choice about our salvation. No choice. That's a bit of a problem. Now, the second problem with his teaching is that he's disagreed in 95 points with the Catholic Church. But if you went to one of his services, the way they worship, the way they carry the service out, is still very much like the Catholic service and the traditions. So you might say they want to be different, but in practice, it's easy to criticise things, isn't it, as humans, and say we don't like the way they do it, but then you find yourself doing what you've always done because that's what tradition is. The third problem, because of this, really stubborn dogmatic stand he has about justification by faith, that means, like I said earlier, that repentance is devalued, and what we do isn't as important. So repentance is devalued, the believer's baptism is rejected, it's not so important now because it's what we do. And the way you live your life, the holiness of your life, is only a secondary importance because if God chooses you, it doesn't really matter how you live your life. Because this is all works, the needs have got no bearing on your salvation. So basically, you're chosen to be saved and then that's it, do it not really because nothing's going to matter. And that's the extreme of it. And I'd like to think that it didn't live his life like that. But you see how if you have that philosophy, then you're not going to really look at how you live your life. As a result, Luther himself became very violent to those who didn't fully agree with him, such as the Anabaptists and Svengali that we've already mentioned. So these other groups that broke away, as he broke away, he disagreed with them, didn't like the fact that they didn't agree with him. Another big point here, in later years, he opposed Jews because he believed that they rejected Christ. And even to the point that when the Nazis came to power, they quoted him on the point. The Nazis quoted Luther, being sort of anti-Jewish and, this idea that God's chosen. Not getting too much into sort of history and World War II and all of that. The simplistic idea here was that, that Adolf Hitler was pushing is that, our nation is a chosen nation and anyone else is impure, especially the Jews that are living in the country and that. And you can see sort of some of that in Luther's teaching. Because you're basically saying, we've been chosen, the ones who've been chosen are the ones that get in, and it doesn't matter who else and what else to do, that's it, because it's the way they can get in. And it can be quite, it's a very elitist viewpoint. It's very sort of, what I'm after, it's very racist, it's very sexist, it's very, there's a lot of discrimination there, isn't there? If I say to you I'm part of a certain group because God's chosen us, and you're imagining it because God's chosen sort of thing. Another problem with his teaching is that this idea of holiness that comes through the scripture about holy and making choices about how you live your life. His view, because he doesn't see it as being important, he uses coarse language, he loves beer, and he even recommends lying on occasion if it helps you out. Because you say it doesn't really matter how you live your life because God's chosen here anyway. Because in the second point, because we're unconditionally justified by faith, Luther teaches that you can pretty well live how you want to. People call this the doctrine of eternal security. nickname once saved always saved. It's a bit more complicated than that. But basically, you know, you can live how you want. So he doesn't believe the Catholic Church, but if God chooses you, you can do what you want, really. So he contradicts a lot of what he's doing. Right, any questions?
No, but he sounded like a dictator, didn't he?
The sounds what, Elizabeth?
A dictator. He was a bit
Yeah.
of a dictator. It really was.
But he didn't like the fact.
Anti-everybody apart from himself.
He didn't like the fact that, you know, that the Pope, he saw the Pope as a person with power, and the Catholic Church having power. He didn't like the fact that they had that power, wrote the 5 points against him, but he very much seems like a man who wants the power himself, doesn't he?
Aye, he didn't like Jews. If you didn't agree with him, he didn't like you either. What?
I've given you one of the handout, really our lesson is done, and I thought I'd finish really quickly, but we still took quite a bit of time. I've given you a handout. If you can spend this time look through the handout I've given you and try and do that self-help and at the beginning of the class to go through it. So I've given you a whole thing about the Reformation in Great Britain. So it goes through Henry VIII and the Church of England in a bit more detail than I did, and talks about what happened after that. You know, his daughter Elizabeth and that, and there was loads of really complicated with Queen of Scots and all of that, and different countries getting involved. It talks about Anglican doctrines, talks about different groups, talks about John Knox. We will get to John Knox. Massive influence in Scotland, so we do a lot of a lesson on him. A group called the Puritans, talk about King Charles and the Civil War, separatists, Congregationalists, the Baptists, different groups that come. It goes through, I'm just looking at the handout here just to tell you what's in there. It goes through the Quakers and George Fox and different people like that. And then what you get is that self-help where you've got to try and fit in those missing words. If you can do that for next time, and then at the beginning of the next lesson we'll actually go through that.
Okay.
If you can, please. Right, I feel like a bit of a whirlwind, but that is basically me for today. Any questions, any comments, anything people want to bring up?
Our homework for next month as well, isn't it?
What's that, Elizabeth?
Homework next month.
Yeah, homework for next month. So if you can try and do this little self-help, if you can also do that 500 words on the anti-biblical teachers that came up, really it's through the Dark Ages, you know, that we've done. I gave you loads of information on that. I'll give you lots of handouts on all those anti-biblical things and what years it came in. Just pick a few, you know, in your own words, just tell us about the things that were coming up. You know, focus on some things that you quite, you know, or sort of interest you or that you really disagree with. You know, that you see are anti-biblical. And sort of tell us why they're anti-biblical, but, you know, use the handouts that you've had from the past few months from me. Right from the beginning up to now, you talk about the anti-biblical things that came up. Yeah?
So many words is it for your homework? Is it 500? It's more.
That's 500, that's about 2 sides. Not too bad.
Is that all? Right.
Yeah. 500 words about 2 sides, and obviously about 200, 250 on a side. You might get a 3 side. It's not a massive thing, that.
No.
Elizabeth, when you start writing, you'll probably have to put your words down, I would imagine.
Is that different to that one?
Right, Marie's asking here, but homework that we're talking about there, is the one that says assignment under November, when we did Dark Ages, and it says write 500 words minimum on the false anti-biblical teaching brought into Christendom up through this time. So basically, the anti-biblical teachings that I've taught you September, October, November. through the fall-away period and document. The other assignment, the 1500 ones that's mentioned in August, that's the one that you give me near the end of the year. That's the one where you do research on a Christian denomination.
Right.
Yes, the one we're talking about is a little one. This one's a big one on a denomination.
Right, it's also on this.
So what about this one, this one?
When ladies, you're both talking at the same time. Go on, Elizabeth.
It's also in this handout. Next page, church history research paper.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No specific minimum words required. It's illogical to plan on writing at least
Yeah.
2,000 words.
That one there, Elizabeth, is the one that is mentioned in August. That's the August one. It's just giving you more idea of what should be in there. So under August, on the syllabus under August, I've put in church denomination to do research paper on. As part of this paper, you need to tell us how best to list those people link them to biblical truth. Papers to be a minimum of 1,500 words is doing there. So there in August, I've told you to think about it. That one there is telling you in more detail what I would like in that paper. Because to get 1,500 words, you need to start doing, you should start doing your research. So when you research on this denomination, you need to think about how it began. You need to think about who founded it, who the leaders were, what doctrines it had, are there any what you think are doctrinal errors, things that you don't think are biblical. You might look how they grew and got bigger and tell us like the history of them. You might want to tell us what they're like now, are they still quite powerful now or whatever. And you might tell if you met one of them, you know, what sort of things you were talking to them about and what scriptures that you might use and how you might tell them that might go wrong, you know. There's no specific minimum of words, but I'm talking about, I mentioned 2,000 there, really it was 1,500. Just see how you go. But what you'll find is, if you do each of those sections, you'll get quite a lot. And if you're picking Catholic Church, you'll probably do 2 million words and still not cover it. Right, is that clear, Ian? That one really is due in May, but you need to be starting research for that.
Right. So
The other one due for next month, just covered is probably bad notes that don't take too long. Just latch on to a few things that you disagreed with that came up, you know, like indulgences and things. Mention a few of those and that'll cover it really.
I'm being confused here.
Right, I believe that's our time done, unless there's any other question.
Next month is 500. Right. It says, you're getting confused here now.
I don't know how I've gone through it really clearly, but go on.
The one at 500 is for next month. So what's the one at 2,000? When's that for?
Right. The 1,500 one, 2,000 one, right, I mentioned in August.
Right.
I mentioned in the August syllabus, because you need to really think about it. I
Right.
mentioned it in August. I've given you more detail on it now. That's due in May.
May. Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
The one for next month is the one that was mentioned on November in the syllabus. That covers what was taught up to that point. That's due next month.
Right. Okay. Thank
Yeah?
you. Thank you.
Okay, right, God bless everyone. I hope you have a good lesson.
See, his teachers love computers.